Hello, hello. What's up? What's up? It is a new day, it is a new week, and it's time to get social. My name is Kayvana, and welcome to the Introverts Social Hour. Ever feel like there aren't enough hours in the day? Same. Whether you're juggling work, side projects, or just trying to keep life organized, Passion Planner is the perfect tool to help you prioritize what matters, make time for yourself, and live with intention. I've been using Passion Planner since my freshman year of college, and to this day, it still helps me map out my goals while keeping life a little less chaotic. It's more than just a planner, it's a space to reflect, refocus, and take control of your time. Whether you're a bullet journal pro or just starting your planner journey, there's truly a passion planner for everyone. I especially love the weekly medium size Sunday start, but if you're a Monday start lover, I am not judging you and I love that for you. You have so many options. So go ahead and get 10% off at passionplanner.com using my code KAVANA043. Join the Pash fam today and start planning with a purpose. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Introvert Social Hour. Today, we are doing something real fun, real smooth, real chill, and very excited. I'm bringing back my friends Sabrina and Nicole to talk about rapid fire questions. So we're doing topics of all different things, fun topics, more like even like serious topics, more silly topics, a lot of different questions, yet some yes or no questions, some questions that have a little bit more thought put into it, but our goal is to still rapid fire it. But I thought that this would be a good thing to do just because we've done like mini rapid fire versions in our past episodes. And I was like, let's see how this would go in a full episode since we previously have not been so great at it. But please welcome Sabrina and Nicole back to the podcast. Woo woo.
Hello, hello.
I love that you start with, we have not been so great at it. That's
It was
very nice way
important.
of putting it. Very nice way of putting it.
I'm ready to fail again. So
Hey, listen, I'm going to try my best as a host to push us forward. But you know, try my best is the keyword. It's the try that counts. For this one, I have it in different rounds.
Okay.
This one's just like we see how much we get through. And we go from there. I probably have more questions than we'll probably actually get through knowing us. And then no specific topic breakdown in each round. They're all kind of just mixed around. But yeah, are y'all ready? I'm intrigued on how this is gonna go. I'm not gonna hold you, and I'll answer the questions too as well.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
if
I
you
already
want us to answer
see.
in a limited number of words, let us know.
yes.
Well, okay, so some questions are very obvious, limited. Like for example, like it's like this or that. So you just say
Okay,
this or
okay.
that. Some questions are very like yes or no. Some questions you'll need more of a
More
thought
thought.
process for.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm ready.
But we're gonna start off easy here. Round one. Texting or talking? Go. See, this
You get
is
everything or nothing.
right.
Talking. I'm a terrible
Yeah,
texter.
talking.
Okay.
I think talking.
Okay. I'm gonna go based on, I'm more of a texter, I
Mhm.
would say. But yes, I see what you're saying that for though. Favorite day of the week?
Oh, Saturday.
I think Fridays because the work week is over and I get to see you.
No, that is true.
I was gonna say Friday. It's something really special about a Friday night when you just know you have nothing to
See,
do the next day.
Mhm.
Friday night, I can agree with.
Mhm.
But usually Friday days with students is not it.
Very
That's true.
valid.
If we can isolate just Friday night, that
Just
is
Friday
it.
nights. That's
Mhm.
it. That's
After
the
the
one.
workday. Yeah. Favorite city in the US besides the one you live in? I'm gonna say San Diego. That's a cheat. I know.
I was
but-
the exact same thing. I was like, can I say San Diego? But it also feels like cheating.
Hey, you don't live there though. So.
No. But like a place I have not lived before, San Francisco.
Oh, that's a good one. I think Seattle. I visited there once, and it's super fun. There's always something to do. Because otherwise my answer would just be San Diego also.
Yeah. Yeah. What is your favorite word?
Just
We're
one?
getting, yeah. We're getting a little bit hard. Mind you, these are two English peeps, so yeah.
Mine's not an appropriate one.
Okay. Go for it. I'll just mark it explicit.
I'm also in my home.
Oh.
It's motherfucker. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one.
that one.
Oh, I think just for the definition of it, I love the word defenestration. There's a specific
Ooh.
word that means to throw
Okay.
someone out a window, and it's called defenestration.
Oh,
The
wow.
writer, everybody.
Seriously.
My other option was going to be synecdoche, but I couldn't remember what the literary device was, so.
Wow. LOL. No, seriously. Wait, what was the other one? Defenestration?
Defenestration. To throw someone out a window.
Defenestration. Wow. So if someone was like, I'm going to defenestrate you, I'm going to throw
Yeah.
you out the window?
There's
Oh,
like
who would've
historical
thought?
events that are called the defenestration of blah, blah, blah.
That might be why that word sounds
Wow.
familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, you learn something new every day. And it's usually
Yes.
from Nicole.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
full of fun facts and nothing else.
Seriously. Oh. More than fun facts, but fun facts, yes. Oh.
Wait, what's
Okay.
yours?
Yeah, I'm trying. So for me, I'm very short term on knowledge these days. I thought about this myself as well, and I'm just gonna say like I don't know, bubbles. We'll go bubbles. Super random. I know.
That is a good one. Hard word to
Mhm.
say without smiling.
True.
Um,
True. I can see that.
I like how defining of our personalities these words are.
Yeah, that's true. Last song you listened to?
I'm gonna have to pull up my Spotify.
Does a
one moment,
TikTok sound
please.
count?
No, like song you played like
Oh.
full through. This is technically not 100% accurate because I was playing like new songs. Oh, bet Fire by Alessia Cara. She just dropped the album, or is it? I think it's
Ooh.
Fire or Firelight, something like that. It was on my queue.
I've been listening to Abracadabra by Lady Gaga a lot.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I was listening to my day list. I knew it. I was like, it's got to be a Wicked song because they were giving me theater. It was For Good.
Ooh.
I'm waiting for the movie version of the song.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. That's a good one. Let's see. Would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or be able to talk to animals?
Every language in the world.
Every language, 100%.
I agree as well. I don't need to talk to I could talk to animals. We just can't be able to communicate together, but I don't feel like that's a
Listen,
need.
I don't need to be able to understand Minnie when I'm sure she is cursing me out in her head. Like, I just don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
To
Minnie's
protect
just
yourself.
being a little grouchy.
Honestly.
Yeah, protection.
She'll hurt your feelings.
Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Halloween.
I go Christmas. Halloween second. Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree with that. How long does it take you to get ready?
It depends.
Mhm.
Hate that that's the answer to the rapid fire, but in the morning I can get ready in 15 minutes for work.
Yeah.
Because it's just get dressed, get my stuff, go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe make a coffee if I have some time.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the same. If there's a shower happening, then that makes it a little longer. But if it's a very quick, like, boom, 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 I can be out the door in 15.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that as well. Night shower, so it does make it easier in the mornings. I will say usually my range is like 30 minutes though, to fully get out the door, out of bed and, things like that. Grab my stuff, pack my backpack. But if I needed to, I've gotten out of the door in less time than that as well.
Yeah, what's the record? Have you ever had that like, oh no, I needed to be up 10 minutes ago?
The record? So when I had the foster dog Leon, that morning I snoozed my alarm and they were like, pick this dog up at 6:25 in the morning. Like, you must not be late. It's cold. They're outside. And I was like, it takes me like an hour to get out there. I'm pretty off on time, but I just know I needed to make a train and the train was coming in like 10 minutes, let's say. I woke up at 5:30 and I should have woke up at like 5 and I had to be out the door at 5:40.
But to be fair to you, You were also like running on what, like a 2-hour nap that day? You didn't sleep.
Yeah, because we didn't go to like sleep till late,
No,
right?
because you were doing your hair too, I think. So you were just like,
Yeah.
might as well stay up, and then you
Mhm.
cleaned, and then you were like, oh well.
Yeah. So I got dressed in like I got ready in 5 minutes. I brushed my teeth real quick, deodorant, threw on some clothes real quick, quick wipe face down, moisturized face real quick, and ran out that door. Yeah, that was the fastest I think I've ever gotten dressed, like ever.
Something about that. Oh no, it really gets you going.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like
Oh
you
yeah.
would never thought it was possible. Scale of 1 to 10. How good of a driver are you?
7.
Okay.
I was gonna say like 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
I get frustrated by other people being very stupid too easily, so I might bump myself down to a 7.
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna lie. I have hit a handful of curbs.
Okay. So, okay. If you give yourself a 7 for that, then I'll give myself a 7. I was gonna say 6 because I was like, I've hit a few curbs myself. That have gotten me into a bit
It's
of
not
trouble.
our fault that they're in the way.
Also, put it in perspective. There are people that are very bad drivers that are just like YOLO.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, I use my blinker all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I like go at most 10 above the speed limit, but I'm not really doing more than that. And I live in California. We all live, well, 2 of us live in California, and that's saying something because usually it's
I stop at every stop sign and annoys everyone that drives around me.
Yeah, I
That's
don't always
ridiculous.
California roll.
Wait.
And that's
She said
7, ladies and
always.
gentlemen.
Yeah. Okay, well maybe I'm 8.
That's why I'm saying I think you're probably a better, but like I'm also from small town, so I have lots of friends who are like, let's see how fast we can go on this 2-lane place. So it's just one for each way next to canals. And they would try to break 100. So I'm like, I'm a 7, guys. I'm
Not
a 7.
100. Well, I guess the next question is, what's the fastest you've ever driven in your car?
I've hit 100 before.
I have not hit 100 yet.
It was driving back to San Diego from my house during spring break when they were doing the COVID lockdowns. There was no one on the road, and I was in that little tiny manual transmission car that's like an RC car, and I was like, I don't want to be stopped and have them be like, no, you got to turn around, because I was like, I don't know what the situation is going to be, so I was like, I hit 100 on the freeway.
Okay, that's valid.
I've broken 90 before, but by accident. Because the way that I have to get to San Diego, we have to go up and then a little bit back down a whole mountain grade. So there's one particular section where like your speed limit is 70. So I'm going around like 78-ish. But I'm like being very careful. But sometimes if you just like stop and you just miss like one hit of your brake to like ease it, you will like all of a sudden be over 90. And you're just like, oh no. And then you have to like brake real quick. So on purpose, 80, 85 by accident over 90.
That's my exact answer as well. Yeah. On purpose, 80, 85. If when I hit 85, I try to like steer clear, but I think I have hit 90 on accident before. For me, that was usually like, it's a night, when I used to work at Lush and I would go home, like the freeway would be pretty clear. And so I'd be cruising and then just, so that's where I was. But if my grandma ever knew, she'd be like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of speed demons on this podcast.
Right. I was like, I promise I was safe. What is your favorite dessert?
Oh.
And let's go back to rapid fire because the previous ones were not rapid fire.
Oh shoot.
But you said go back to rapid fire on a hard question.
Hey, listen.
I like tiramisu. Tiramisu is really good. If it's on a menu, I'll order it.
Going. But also, I can eat up a flan or cheesecake.
Okay. Well, nope. Which one?
Listen, I don't know. Choco flan.
Ooh, yeah. That's a good
pick.
No, I'm a liar. Tres leches. That's my final answer. I'm so sorry.
Ellie took 2 tries.
I love a good berry Napoleon. That's become one of my favorites in the past few years. Martha's Bakery, shout out. Yeah. At what age do you want to retire? If I could, I'd say 40. But never doubt yourself. I would say 40.
What?
Realistically,
How old
because
am
of
I?
yeah, I was like realistically because of how I am, and if teachers can get a 401k, probably around 55,
Oh, nice.
maybe 52, because that will be 30 years of service to the education industry, whatever we're calling it now. Yeah.
I haven't really thought about it, to be honest, because I figured it was just going to be too long.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's fair. Well, I guess now that we're thinking about it, what age? I gave an unrealistic answer. I'm aware of, but that it would be my ideal age because I'm not trying to work forever. But
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was in complete control, I'd retire at 30 and then just
period.
move off for the rest of my life. But
Yeah.
that's not going to happen. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could manage it by like, my dad retired before 60, I'd love to retire before 60.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have my next one. Invisibility or super strength?
Invisibility.
Invisibility.
I agree. Yeah.
Do you know how much chisme you'd know?
I was just thinking about the pranks.
Yeah, of course. I'm thinking of the places you could get into, like you probably wouldn't be able to. Like,
and the chisme
then, like
you would
said,
hear.
fly on the wall. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Exactly. I would be messing up everybody's systems. I'd immediately just go into the White House and be like,
oh, listen, I would just like kind of Nicole's perspective. Like if it was someone I knew, like I would go and I would just move things slightly.
I would just like make them
Stop.
think they're going crazy.
Yeah.
Keep putting their phone in the fridge.
Mhm.
Keep hiding their phone in the same spot so they're like, what the hell?
Yep.
So never give y'all invisibility strength is what
Nope.
I
That sounds like a terrible. Don't do it.
I have a silly question. I thought it was like so ridiculous, but I was like, let's ask it. Is it wrong for a vegetarian to eat animal crackers?
No. Yeah, I guess the question is, why are you a vegetarian?
Say they better not be eating Swedish fish. None of
Wow.
these. Can't eat any animals.
Goldfish.
Look like animals.
Yeah, but this is why I'm saying, why are you a vegetarian? If it's because you don't want to eat animals, then yes, no animal crackers. Is it because you don't want to eat meat because of like the industry or whatever? You're fine.
Valid.
But if it's about like the animals and their souls, then no.
That's why you
thought that was so silly.
Out of respect.
Yeah, it's more to me.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, cookies with milk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that.
But the cookie should be able to be eaten by itself. Milk
okay,
should
that was
just
my
be
question.
added. It should be a bonus. It should accentuate what the cookie has. If the cookie's not good without milk, it's not a good cookie.
Okay.
Yes, but I do think sometimes, like, I don't really like a really crunchy cookie. So if it's like over stale or something, you can.
Yeah.
It's not a good cookie still, but it will help it be more delicious.
Yes.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I was thinking Chips Ahoy. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yes.
I can't
even
eat Chips
Oreos.
Ahoy.
Yeah. I even started doing that with Oreos. I discovered I've always not really liked crunchy cookies. So if it's a crunchy cookie, I'm dipping it. If it's a soft cookie, I'm leaving it away from the milk. If it's a sweet cookie, I probably am drinking milk with it. But sometimes it's like if a cookie be eaten by itself, vibes. Yeah.
And I love a fresh out the oven, hot and still like kind of gooey cookie with a very cold glass of milk. So you can like you do the ratatouille moment. You eat a little bit of that and then have a little bit of that.
Yep.
Seriously. Let's see. Okay, round 2. So I'm checking time. 18 minutes. And we got through round 1 questions.
Nice.
So not too bad, but we are behind still.
What do you mean?
I mean, we didn't get through as many questions as fast as we could have.
We can do this next round in 15 minutes. We got this.
Our goal is to do even better. We did 14 questions in 18. We're gonna try to aim.
I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Excuse me. That's really good. That's only slightly over a minute.
Oh. All right, we have 13 questions next. Round 2. Scale of 1 to 10. How good are you at keeping secrets?
I'd say a 9. There are a few people I might tell, but I can straight up pretend I haven't heard something,
Yes.
and I take it very seriously.
Yeah.
If telling my sister works within this, then I'm a 10.
One exception, everything
Yeah.
will be told.
If telling the one person, then I'm a 0.
Mm.
If I know something, my sister knows something.
Yeah. I agree with that. If I know something, more than likely my mom knows. But like, who the heck is she gonna tell? Which is why I'm okay with being like, hey. But yeah, other than that, I would say I'm pretty darn good at it, because for me, it's just like I just want to know the knowledge. Like, if you tell me, I'm like, yeah, I don't need to tell anybody else, because it doesn't really. I don't know. For me, when I tell my mom, I'm like, yeah, like this is going on, like, and that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Let's see, Ariel or Jasmine, Princess Edition.
Jasmine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Jasmine.
She's my girly. She's my number 1.
That's fair. That's fair. No, Jasmine is. I feel like they're both, out of like Disney princesses. They're two of one of the tougher ones. That's like, nah, like I'm standing my ground a bit. Hey.
Wow.
I feel like Ariel is, because she's like, no, I'm gonna go to the land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we
But
talking
I get it.
which version
I'm
of Ariel?
16. I'm not a child.
I'm thinking OG. We have to reflect OG.
OG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jasmine, because she at least has more speaking lines to be sassy.
Yeah.
That's true. Exactly.
Love her.
First celebrity crush. Mine was Corbin Blue.
Good one, actually. The High School Musical boys.
Yeah,
Zac
that's right.
Efron.
Look at us.
Zac
Yeah.
Efron.
I honestly don't know. I think the first actor that I was like, he's kind of cute. The actor who plays Oliver Wood in Harry Potter.
Oh,
Oliver
yes.
Wood.
I was like, who's that?
Absolutely. Yes.
I'm gonna have to search up that face later, because me
He's
and Harry
adorable.
Potter.
He's
He's
Okay.
adorable.
In
Oliver
the
Wood.
first movie, I think he, like, when he's all fresh-faced and
Yes.
baby.
Immediate following is Jeremy Sumpter, live action Peter Pan.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What a good one.
Beautiful.
What a good movie.
Dawn or Dusk?
Dusk.
Mm.
If I'm seeing Dawn, something's wrong.
I think Dawn, because once the evening hits, my brain seems to think the day is over, even though there's many darkness hours in which to do things.
Oh, Grandpa.
Yeah. I got that farmer brain.
I would say Dusk. Yeah, I think that rolls into like my night owlishness.
Twilight, even?
Yeah, yeah. But they're both appealing. But yeah, I'm with Spring in the sense, like, I'm not that early. Yeah.
Yep.
If you can travel back in time, what period would you go to?
I do need a stipulation for this
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
This question always needs a stipulation. I was more than prepared.
Is it a perfect world in which it does not matter that I am a woman and that I am not white? Or is it a world where that still matters? Because then the answer is the 90s.
I was going to say, my answer, I think, regardless, is the 80s, 90s. Just
one
because, like, I think people felt so much more optimistic about life. I mean, obviously, there were positives and negatives, but, like...
What do you mean, Y2K?
The
world was gonna end.
But, like, modern enough that we've got, like, technology and, like, medicine and stuff like that, but also, like, less apocalyptic feeling, I guess. Besides,
less apocalyptic.
Hey,
I mean,
listen.
except for Y2K.
You're not wrong.
No. I agree with that. Yeah, this question is always a really interesting one. Which, and I think people ask that just because it's like, oh, haha, like this is so fun, periods and times. But people who really think about it know how to probably answer it the best way, because you do have to take it with the full aspect of what happens in the past. I would probably, I would do late 90s, early 2000s. But I would like to live it as an adult now.
Yes.
Even though, like, yes, I was alive. But
yeah.
I'd
Were
like
you
to live it as
there?
an adult.
if we're talking no social consequences, I can just go and explore and look around. Ancient
Mhm.
Egypt. I know that's an insanely long period of time, but like, I think that would be fascinating.
I'd go see
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, you're going back. Nice.
In
Oh,
like
yeah.
Nice.
in like his preaching time and like
Yeah,
what
like,
era?
Yeah, that's my
like
question.
I would just like to sit on the hill and just listen,
Vibes.
Go see
and then
the
go home.
Jesus
Yeah.
Eras
That's
tour.
all I need.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe be at the wedding where he turned wine into water, or water
Yeah.
into wine.
Yeah.
That'd be a disappointing
Wine.
wedding.
Right.
Water into wine. Make it a party.
Yeah.
And then just dip real
Mhm.
fast.
Yeah.
I don't trust those Romans.
No, 100%. Those periods are always so interesting to me. Obviously, there's no period that far back that works well for me, but like, I've always been intrigued by like the Renaissance era. Like as a dancer and like artist myself, I've been intrigued of what those ballets look like and all the balls and the gowns and all the theater
That'd be
that
super
started
cool.
to happen and things. Yeah.
That would be super cool.
Yeah, but also like it would just like you said, like a very pit stop, not trying to spend a day
Oh
there,
yeah.
nothing. Because
Not trying
also
to
too
live
like
in any.
bathrooms and things,
Yeah.
that just doesn't sound
Not looking to live in any time without like with like
a toilet.
medicinal. Yeah.
yeah.
Toilet's very important.
For sure.
Easy access to bathing.
Yeah. Because it was not smelling great back then. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. What is the best non-curse word one word insult? Tongue twister right there. I'm gonna say tomato. That's been my one lately. Tomato.
Mine's in Spanish. I've always really liked cobarde. It's just coward, but I think it's so much stronger in Spanish.
I like that.
Yeah, I do like that as well.
I feel like the caveat of non-curse word is really throwing me for a loop here because I would just go for
the curse.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess you noodle, like something like that. That's like a
yeah. Yeah.
Something that's like innocuous, but you're like, what?
Yep. That's funny. I think about that one in the sense of like idiot sandwich. Yeah. That's 2 words, but yeah.
There's a hyphen.
Yeah. Place you most want to travel to?
Ireland.
Rome, Vatican City specifically.
Yeah, the architecture alone. Gorgeous.
It is.
I'd love to see. Apparently, St. Peter's Cathedral is a little bit more breathtaking than the Sistine Chapel. From the people I know who've been, they've all said that, and so I think that's fascinating. So I need to see what's up with St. Peter's Cathedral.
Remind me again. I'm really bad with these things because, mind you, I've been and I don't remember the names of things. I know. St. Peter's Cathedral is where?
It's also Vatican City, so they're all like right there. It's all just like in that specific area.
Got you. So I only went inside one, and I think I went into the Sistine Chapel.
That one would have been the one with the creation of man.
The
arm one.
Yeah. I think that was the one. See, I was just out there traveling, following people. They're like, let's do this. I'm like, yeah, Vatican City. I think for me, the one thing with Vatican City was for it to be as like religious as it is, there were so many like people around with guns, like big guns. I was like, oh, scary boots.
Because they try to kill the Pope all the time. We did this once. We did a wiki search page, and there are lists of popes who were assassinated, and then the ones who had attempts on their lives. But also, it's one of those ironies, you know?
Yeah. Favorite junk food?
Potato chips. The kind of potato chip varies depending on the month. But potato chips.
Various flavors. I have a sweet tooth. I love a candy. I love a Hostess snowball with the marshmallow and the chocolate cake. That's if I'm gonna like really splurge out on something very bad for you, that's the go.
Yeah. For me, I would just go with like a cake, or I don't know if that still counts because pastry. It's like junk food, but like like a cake or a pastry or something. I love like a good like fancy croissant or like something with like fruit, still junk
Ooh.
food, but I love like a fruit based pastry. So, you know. Favorite childhood TV show? Yep, only one.
Teen Titans.
Oh, that's a good one.
The OG, not this stupid Teen Titans Go thing that
Yeah.
exists now.
Yeah, do we even count that as a Teen Titans show?
No.
Mm.
No.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like the Disney Channel classics are good. Like Wizards of Waverly Place was always a good time.
Okay.
In Montana.
Which one do
Favorite?
you
I don't think
choose?
Hannah Montana was my favorite, so probably Wizards.
Okay. I'm gonna go with That's So Raven.
Another
that
good
was a
one.
Yeah. Because for sure, that was the one I remember cackling at a lot. Favorite season? I'm gonna say fall.
Winter.
Yeah. Fall.
I do like when it's rainy. That's very like. I hate the summer, unfortunately.
Same. I
It's
need
too hot.
perfect balance. Yeah. Too hot.
I don't like the cold,
Yeah.
so it has to be fall.
In the middle. What is your favorite store?
Store.
You can say Barnes and Noble.
I was gonna. That's where my mind went. Barnes and Noble.
I also think a bookstore, like any bookstore.
Yeah. The beauty of Barnes and Noble is they also have Lego.
That's why I like it has a good balance there.
Yep.
I could go to some music.
They got coffee.
They have oh my goodness, I'm forgetting the word for it. Stationery. They have stationery and all that.
Yes, the
too.
like gift section.
That too as well. Describe your style in one word.
Mom.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for a 2-word Old Navy.
Old Navy. Okay. Which is also very very parent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say comfy. Yeah.
Definitely.
That's me lately. This one is gonna require more thought, just as a heads up. What is a good spy code name for you?
Oh,
Listen, I have not been mad so far. This is not a rapid fire question.
Here, you think I'll talk. So I think I would go for it because I feel like a good spy name is like close but not quite. So because my last name is Sowers, I would go for Sweets.
Oh,
so then it's like referential but not like exact, which I feel like is you know who you're talking to and talking about, but it's not like so obvious.
Yeah.
Also, once it brings
I don't
That's
know.
good.
I don't think I'm going to have an answer to this one. I don't
No,
know.
think.
I'm much more likely to let people choose this name for me.
Spitfire, something like that.
Something that just popped up. There's got to be a word that's up there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got nothing.
What would your spy specialty be? Weapon of choice? A little knife?
Yeah,
that's
what
no.
That's how we all went.
Because I don't like guns.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this is very simple. I really like your take on yours, Nicole, but I was gonna say like K-Speed, being quick. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Basic, would you be like an assassin type?
Yeah, in another life, I think I am.
With your invisibility powers.
Yeah, right. I'm flipping around and stuff.
Got your little knives.
I really do. Yeah, I feel like I really would have ate in gymnastics at some point, and I would have used that to my advantage.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I'm always a behind the desk person, not a tech person, but I'll do all the research and things like that.
So your name would be Glasses.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Because I'd be what I do now. I'd just be like finding all the information of all these people. Like,
oh yeah,
that's it.
Fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Seriously. No, that's a good one. Yeah. No. I guess I'm digging deeper into this, but yeah, I guess it's good to know. Like, would you be in the field? Are you behind the desk? Are you
not an in the field person? No, sorry.
Yeah. Because there's also different types of in the field. There's in the field helping the person doing the main work, just like keeping an eye and watch, and then there's like person like doing the main work who's like doing the fighting and all that stuff.
So K-Speed will be the agent. I can be your support team on the ground, and Sabrina can be on the walkie, giving us the cheese man.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep,
I'll
absolutely.
take it.
That's what it is.
Okay, let's see. What time is it? we've hit 33 minutes. So what was that? 14
Yeah, I think
minutes.
so.
14,
Um,
15.
yeah. So that was 13 questions, 14 minutes. So I was
Woo!
better. Hey, look at
Nice.
us. Okay, next. Favorite. So this is round 3. Round 3 over here has a total of 14 questions. First question is favorite ice cream flavor.
Cherries
Dulce de
Garcia.
leche. Said that at the same time.
Yeah, I
You're
heard Cherry
ready.
Garcia
You go.
and
Cherry Garcia? What's that?
It's a Ben
The
and
Ben and
Jerry's
Jerry's?
flavor. It's got cherry
Oh.
ice cream with cherry chunks and chocolate chunks. It's very good.
Ooh.
My favorite thing to do is to unearth the cherry bits with my spoon and eat them whole instead of like cutting them up.
yeah.
It's fun. Mine's dulce de leche, but it's very sweet, so it's not one I can get often. But it just hits the spot.
That's fair. Valid.
It's very good.
I'm gonna go with like a mint chocolate chip as the usual. But if I'm
Ooh.
going for like, if I do have a taste for it, Talenti has a really good flavor. It's like a raspberry chocolate,
Ooh.
which is a good. That's like gelato.
Yummy.
So far with our ages, what has been your favorite age?
24. It's my favorite number. I also,
Mm.
it's just like, it was nice. It was
Smooth groove.
I don't know. I feel like the last couple years have been a blur.
Yeah.
And then like I just have like chunks of my life, so it's hard to say like a specific age.
Mhm.
I like the number 25 is my favorite number, so we can call it 25.
Okay, that's fair. I believe I always think of the year that because I always go back. It was like that was the best year, but of course I changed ages within that year.
Mm.
But in 2019, I believe I went from being 20 to 21, and that was one of my favorite years, just because like I got to travel, go abroad. That was when we went to Hawaii that year as well.
That was a good year.
And it was just a good year. Like I remember it was very stress free, low vibes. And I was still in college, so like I didn't have to pay bills.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 2019 was a really good year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It also feels like it was the last year before the shitstorm. I mean, it's been a shitstorm for like most of our adult life period, but there was definitely a boundary there that got crossed.
It really took off. They're like, here's a good year for you because next year is about to wild out.
And then you don't know when you'll get another good year again.
Yeah, my passport's still collecting dust. So, I mean, we shall see.
Yeah. I believe in your passport.
Do you believe in fate?
Yes.
Yes, I feel like in the like playwriting sense of like people are a certain way and like to a certain degree will always make the same choice. Like a tragedy is always built on like this person by who they are is fated to make this choice and it's the wrong choice and we all know it, but they're gonna make it anyway because of who they are. I believe in that.
Okay.
I like that very much. You said that and made me think of like Orpheus and Eurydice. Like, why did he turn around? He's always gonna turn around.
Yeah.
I say yes as well. Yeah, I'll leave it at that because then I'm gonna start talking and it's layered. It's a layered question. Favorite number if you have one.
24.
5. Close second is 25 because it's 5 times 5.
Gotcha. I've never thought about this because I don't think I have a favorite number, but I'm just going off of base here, and I'm just gonna say like 7. I don't know why.
Very good.
Go off of that. I am turning 27 this year. Maybe that means something. I don't know.
Yes, good year in the future for
late 20s.
Right. Sabrina.
According to Sabrina's mom, you're almost 30.
Right. Apparently.
We're all almost 30.
What item is worth spending more money on?
I feel like increasingly for me, clothes have been more worth spending more money on because I feel like I went through an era where I was like, I have no money. I'm gonna just like get something like whatever I can that is like fits me well enough, and those do not last. And I feel like especially now that I'm like, I don't want to keep buying clothes every freaking year. So now I'm trying to like get more solid pieces that I know I'm gonna wear, like, and they're gonna continue to fit me, and I'm not gonna have to worry about like, oh, is this in fashion?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
You said item, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
singular?
like, no, yeah, what item? Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah.
mean,
Well,
that
I'm just
close
thinking
is
because like
fine.
my gut instinct would be experiences, but that's not an
Mm-hmm.
item. If it's an
Uh,
item, then I'm also going with clothing for the same reasons. Like,
yeah.
especially with my jeans, I've been trying to just get as nice jeans as possible. Doesn't matter if
Mhm,
they're like a little more costly, just because I'm like, I take care of them. They're gonna be here. I'd rather
mhm,
quality over quantity, or
yeah,
just this is quick, but it'll be done in a year.
mhm.
Especially with shoes. Shoes freaking fall
Shoes.
apart so quickly if they're not high quality.
I got shoes
Yeah.
that I've had since high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, same. Yeah. I do need to clear things out though. Like if I haven't worn them in a minute, just let them go. But um I would say so I it's a very simple answer. Um, but like spending money on like rent or like a living place. That was
Mm-hmm.
like my first like it was like very logical, I guess. Um yeah, I was thinking about experiences as well, but yeah, it would have to be specified. Like what about
Mhm.
the experience is worth spending money on? Um and that's kind of hard to then figure out. But yeah, I would say that to just have a peace of mind to be able to, spend money on a place. Um, if you could afford any car, which one would you drive? I'm just gonna throw it out right now. Mini Coupe, 4-door,
Oh,
blue.
cute.
Yeah.
66 or 69 Mustang
Nice.
convertible.
Nice.
Ever since I first got my license, I thought it would be very cool to drive a hearse.
Hilarious.
Just put a
Oh
bunch
my
of benches in the
god!
backs where the coffin would go.
Oh my gosh.
You want a hearse that's a minivan.
Yeah? Well, because then you
Yeah.
can transport people in it.
Well,
More.
Oh,
I mean, you do transport
Yeah.
people in a hearse.
Yeah,
mhm.
that's true.
LOL. That was not a thought in my mind.
Sorry.
You're good.
I thought Speed Demon, you were gonna say like a fast car.
Oh, no.
Mhm.
I guess the closest other thing is there's a Mercedes that is often used instead of like a hearse. I can't remember what kind it is though. It's
Mm,
like a hatchback Mercedes. It's like black and shiny.
interesting.
My dad
So
had one for a bit, but he was like, "This car is too nice for me. I don't. I'm afraid to drive it because it's too nice."
oh, got you. Okay. Interesting. What is one thing you regret spending money on? I know this is a thought one.
Mm, mm,
I don't think I have any. I think like things that I would remember to today, like maybe in the moment, I was like, oh man, I would kind of wish I hadn't done that. Like
Mm.
food is probably the biggest one. Like there's
Yeah.
some things of food where I'm like, just like, I pick's wrong. This is
mm,
not. But like
Hmm.
my parents taught me to be very intentional with money. So even though I spend things that they were like, we don't get what you're doing, it's after making the decision of yes, this is what I want.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, maybe
yeah,
food.
I feel like that's the most common thing where I'm like, I shouldn't have ordered out when I could have, eaten the food I had, sort of thing. Like that is where my mind goes. Because similarly to Sabrina, I feel like I take so long to decide to spend money that usually I mean it.
Yeah. I do. Well, it's so funny. As of late, my mom would disagree, but she also knows I'm a very thoughtful person. Every decision I do make in regards to spending, as well as thought about first. Like I really am like, no, do I really need to spend it? Can I really spend it? Da, da, da. And I would 100% agree with the food one. I was thinking also, I was like, do I even regret anything? Like I look around my apartment. Yeah, there's certain things I don't use anymore, but they were useful at a certain point in time that were purposeful and at some point I probably will get rid of them, but I don't regret buying them. But yeah, food. I can name way too many times where I thought about ordering out and I was like, you know what, no, I'm not gonna do it. And I did. And then I got it and either the food was made wrong, the food was nasty, et cetera, et cetera. They messed up my order. Yeah. And you know, ordering out was a whole mess. Side note real quick, I had ordered McDonald's once and I don't eat McDonald's that much. And I was like, you know what, I just want like a McChicken and stuff. So they dropped off the wrong order and it was like a bad wrong order, like for me, not my cup of tea because I don't eat like Big Macs and things like that. If I'm getting something, maybe make chicken nuggets, things like that. It was a Big Mac, extra ketchup,
Ooh.
yeah, and then they had fries, extra salt. And I was
I'm not
like,
mad about that one.
the thing was though, like when you know that that's not what you wanted and you were waiting for something so bad, I must have like been on my cycle or something because I remember crying.
Oh.
I was like, this is not what I wanted.
Not what I planned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your favorite Disney character?
Like straight up just character.
Singular.
Just one?
Yeah, singular. Yeah. I'll speak while y'all are waiting. I go for Princess Tiana. She's iconic as well.
Yeah, my mind is going princess as well. Since I was a child, my favorite princess has been Snow White.
Oh. I think mine might be Eeyore. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at my little baby Eeyore over there. And yeah, it might be Eeyore. I think so.
Not Stitch for you, Kayvana?
Not Stitch. Yeah, if you have Tiana and Stitch, for me, Tiana makes more of an impact. For me as like a kid, and even now, I could like so relate to everything too, which I think is why it's so like cool. Because I'm like constantly, it's like you think of the idea of like her constantly striving for something, but not having the access to get there, and her pushing, and then I think of like almost there and all those things like that. It's just like such a lovely like story, and she's such like a strong-willed person. So that's the vibe. Stitch, I love his chaotic energy, 100%. But as far as impact, Tiana goes first. Yeah.
Okay.
What? Oh, this okay. Deeper question. What does a person need to be happy?
I think it depends on the person. This is going to be a little bit more me oriented, but I think you need just like your set of people. Because if you have your set of people, if you have your support system, then even if you don't have all the money in the world, you have something to fall back on where they can help you and do that. Like, people are so important to me that I think that that's what it is. But I would say just like maybe for people who aren't as like people and like friends and family oriented, maybe just like being satisfied with what you have and being satisfied with what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it kind of in a similar vein. It's like first security, with like you need because you can't be happy in life if you're struggling to pay your bills or make ends meet, put food on the table, and then you need fulfillment, which for some people that's family that they see every night. For some people that's a career that fills their heart. For some people that's like their art. And then you need like reflection and thankfulness because there's plenty of people that have those first two things that are still unhappy because they don't or can't take the time to look back and be like, yeah, like I am secure and I am fulfilled and I am happy.
Yeah. I agree with all those things. It definitely isn't even really about what you have necessarily all the time. That plays a role, but a lot of the times it just impacts. It's about like your perspective. So what it takes is really is perspective choice, and how you choose to look at your life and move forward with it. Because it was so funny. I talked to Summer about this yesterday a bit. Like, there's times where you could be perfectly fine, nothing's wrong, you're in a good financial stable place, like you have a good job, all the things like that, and for some reason you're technically in a better place than you were before, and you're still like not settled, you're still not happy, you're still not okay. And it's just so interesting how that concept works. In continuation with that, finish the phrase. The way to my heart is
food.
Yeah,
that is kind of what I thought too.
Yep.
But I think to give a different answer, the way to my heart is art. Like if somebody's like, hey, I want you to watch this means a lot to me, and like I love on a second viewing, first let me watch it fully with no input, and then watch it and point out every little thing that you love and know about this movie or this show or this whatever.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It's similar concept. So usually I would say food as well. But as y'all know, I'm trying to have like a different relationship with food and things like that. So I went with I would say stories to generalize it,
Mm.
and that implies books, TV shows, movies, etc. Because I love all those things. But yes, food as well. But because I'm in
No.
such a different headspace, I think it's not that. But usually that is the case. Um, let's see. This is it's a thinking question more so on the sense of like facts. Can you name more than 10 U.S. presidents? Yes or no? If someone were to ask you.
Eventually,
On a
I'll get
good
there.
day, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm on a time constraint, maybe not. But
Hmm.
eventually, yeah, I can do the first 5.
Okay.
And I can do like the last like
Yeah, that's just recent
5.
history.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hmm. I say I could too. It might take me a second, but yeah. Um, if
Yeah,
I
we're
could,
just doing
could
the
I do it
hits.
in a minute?
I'm not
I
doing
don't
any
know.
deep cuts with these presidents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I can tell you Taft because he's the one who got stuck in a bathtub.
Yes, my high school was named after
Uh,
him.
okay.
Oh.
So that's the fun fact I know about
Ah,
him. He's the reason we
yeah.
have the 7th inning stretch in baseball. Because he got
For real?
yes, because he got very tired and stood up during the game, and people
Oh,
didn't used
bless.
to. So they made it a thing because they didn't want him to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
That he had to get up and stretch his legs.
Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm.
God.
What movie, book, or TV show changed your life?
Harry Potter. It's the
Thoughts?
reason I fell in love with reading. It's when I decided I wanted to help people feel the same way, either by writing myself or by becoming a teacher. And look at me now.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it has a lot. It has a lot more to it. It is a lot more of a loaded series and fandom because of the writer of it.
Mhm.
But I think like I just love it so much. And it did so much. So I think it's
Yeah.
that one.
Harry Potts. Shout out to Harry
Just
Potts.
one book. Just
Just one.
just one.
Or a TV show or a
Yeah, that's
movie.
why I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the only reason this one's easy for me, because that's the
A
first like
series.
inkling of teacher and
Yeah.
inkling of I adore what a story can do. It was the first thing where I was just like,
Mhm.
oh my God, I was in that world. And that's the only reason, because there's so many others. If it didn't have that connection, that'd be where you are.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
It
I
is a
guess
hard
this
question.
is a little silly, I guess, a little cringe for like now, but I was such a huge fan of Glee back in the day when it came out, and it was one of the
Yeah.
first like this is mainstream television, and
Mhm.
there's so many queer people on the screen. Obviously, those depictions vary widely, but like it was very amazing to see it while it was happening, to feel like, oh my God, like they just we're allowed to do this, like wow. Like we have
Yeah.
queer stories in like such a mainstream way, and I can barely watch it now looking back on it. It's so like cringe, and then like so much again kind of like loaded in some ways as well, so it was very impactful for me growing up.
Yeah. I would say now I'm thinking, because you said Glee, and then I was thinking like, oh, like all the other ones that I really love, like Zoe's Playlist and things like that. I guess to really pop it off, and I don't even know which one technically. You know what? It would be High School Musical before the Cheetah Girls, I think, just because High School Musical had a larger scale idea of what an actual musical was.
Yeah.
On screen for me and like watching Disney Channel as a kid, and so me understanding like, ooh, I like dance and I like these other things. I think it would be High School Musical first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't have another one, but I'll let us move on.
I was like, I think it's also stage dependent, because like you can do like when you were younger, and then there's the one where you were like growing up, and then there's the one like as an adult. I think like there's little stages for them.
Yeah, for sure. Because man, I could think of a few different things that like tore me up as an adult.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
still to this day, I've not cried while watching Encanto. So
Oh, see, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's see. Time check. 53. We finished round 3. I want us to try to see how rapid fire we can go with this next one.
Okay.
like truly, even this is hard for me, literally just answering and moving forward.
Okay.
Okay.
That is our goal. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Are you prepared? Are you ready?
No.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to get through 2 rounds in a
Okay.
chunk of time.
Oh dang. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Sourdough or wheat?
Sourdough.
Sourdough.
Sourdough as well. Would you rather cuddle with a panda or a baby penguin?
Panda.
Panda. Penguins are gonna smell.
I say penguin.
And that's fine for you. I love
Yeah.
a bear.
Would you want to live forever?
No.
Yes.
I would say no as well. But there was a time period. What do you think is no, we're gonna sit that one. Favorite type of tea? I'm gonna say chai.
Does London Fog count?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's Earl Grey.
yeah.
Yeah.
With vanilla and milk.
Yep.
I like a black tea with milk and cream or a hibiscus, like
Nice
herbal
one.
tea.
Nice.
Ooh, sweet teas also.
Are reindeers real creatures?
Yes.
What? Yes.
They are they not? Is that
What
not what
sort
they're
of question is that?
Just double checking. Uh,
No, they were invented by Rudolph.
right.
They're like elves.
Listen,
They're a Christmas creature.
listen. If you were the questions and answers we've been getting around the world lately, there are a lot of people who don't know a lot
You're
of
right.
things.
You're right. You're correct.
I'm just saying.
Wait till they hear about moose.
Right. Yeah, well. What if you were to devote the rest of your life to philanthropy? What cause would you choose?
Fostering reading and writing love in young people.
I think I would want to help with immigration. I'd focus on that, on immigration issues
Nice.
from any other countries.
Yeah. I would focus on like homelessness and trying to like decrease those rates and such. Which is also a layered thing because that also has a lot to do with like drugs and things. So all that. Okay, made it into round 5. Cake or pie?
Dang, that's a
Cake. I don't like pie.
I'm
Cake.
so sorry. I'll go pie.
Okay. What's your guilty pleasure?
I don't feel guilty about enjoying anything. That's my
Right.
answer.
K-pop.
Yeah. I
K-pop.
Ah.
Specifically Stray Kids. No. Specifically not.
Okay. I tend to say the same thing. When people ask me this, I'm like, I don't really have a guilty pleasure because I just be vibing, and yeah. And I don't feel guilty about my Legos either. So.
And you shouldn't.
Good.
Thanks. Super random question again. How many times did you sneeze in the last 7 days?
Probably a lot. I'm very sneezy.
A lot. But never in threes. I don't sneeze in threes.
Cursed. What?
Yeah. And in Spanish, there's a saying where if you sneeze in threes, you get salud, amor, or salud, dinero, amor. So my friends would always be like, "That's why, Sabrina, you don't sneeze in the third one."
All right.
Oh.
Yeah. Never in threes.
My answer maybe like twice. I haven't sneezed that much. Yeah, I haven't sneezed that much in the past few. But it's coming. So I need to start taking my allergy medicine for sure. How do you feel about the word dapper?
I feel like it had its moment in like 2016. I'm thinking of Blaine from Glee.
Yeah.
And then like it kind of died. You don't hear anybody saying dapper anymore.
I only think of like the Dapper Dans from like Disney, but then I think that word gets used a lot in Disney spheres where I'm just kind of like, all right, guys, I don't think we know what this word means anymore.
Yeah. I like the sound of it. I don't think it's necessary anymore, but I think it's funny in the comedic sense of things. That's like, it doesn't need to be used anymore. So when it is used, it's very
it's dated.
Yeah, exactly. How many hours of sleep do you need? Like you personally?
Need or get?
To function.
Yeah, to function.
Either 7 to 8 or less than 5.
Ah,
To be
gotcha.
happy, 7 to 8.
Okay.
Usually I'm getting 7 to 8. I feel like if I could get 8 or 9, I would be happier, but life does not allow this. I wake up at 7 every day against my will.
Yeah, I feel that. I tend to be on the 6 hours or less side, which is really bad. But it's hard with my schedule. I'm a night person, but I have to wake up in the morning, early in the morning. But I can technically function off of that, but then I'm dozing off. So I would say 7, 8 is where I should be aiming for. More so 8 to be able to be a decent person who's not falling asleep. What is your favorite time of the day? I'm gonna go with early morning, even though I don't like the morning. It's quiet.
I feel like on a non-work day, like just after lunch, because I feel like my mornings tend to be pretty lazy, and then after lunch is when I'm like, okay, now I'm ready for the day to like do stuff.
Gotcha.
I really like sunset, like around that. That's usually my favorite time of day.
To add to this question, does it matter the day of the week? Because for me, early morning is preferred weekday just because it's quieter outside and stuff. But I love a good evening on the weekends. So I'd probably be a evening person if I had full decisions on that.
Yeah, mine is very much thinking of a non-work day.
Okay.
Work.
No, I think mine's pretty consistent. It only changes during the winter when sunset is at 4 p.m. and then it just makes me mad.
Yeah, that's just rude.
Yeah, it's valid. What's your favorite carb? Bread, pasta, rice, or potatoes?
Potatoes.
I'm gonna go bread.
How dare you ask Sabrina that, actually?
Choose.
Mine's by miles potatoes.
Tortillas.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Right? Those are carbs. I don't even know.
Yeah. Made out of corn or flour.
But that's so mean.
Well, hey, listen, it was an important question.
That's so mean.
You gotta know what matters most to you. If your kitchen's on fire, are you saving the tortillas or the potatoes?
Right.
That's a different question. The potatoes are more versatile than the potatoes.
Oh my goodness.
Will my heart hurt? Yes.
No, thinking with your heart.
Oh, then yeah, the tortillas.
Okay. What book did you most recently finish? If you just...
Yeah, I'll answer first. You've Lost a Lot of Blood by Eric LaRocca. It's a horror novella, but it's kind of like it's got a really interesting framing device, which is what I really enjoy about most of Eric's work.
Gotcha. To bring it up.
I got to, because one of them kind of doesn't count. One that's a fresh, brand new read that counts towards my 70 books for the year is from Look Up with Love, which is an ice skating romance. It was very good. Very much liked it. It hit the cutting edge sweet spot. And then I reread Bride just for fun.
Hey, that's hilarious. No, and it's a quick read.
Count towards my books because it's within a year of my first read of it, so I'm not counting it.
Oh, that's your rule.
That's wild.
Got it. Okay. Well, that's a good rule. I'm currently reading Dead Romantics. And then I had just finished The Bodyguard. Yeah.
That one's good. That one's good.
Yeah.
And then I'm still in the very beginning of it, The 7 Year Slip.
Oh, I'm so excited for you.
Remind me, I have a book news thing to tell y'all that I forgot to tell y'all last night. Remind me about that. Okay, bet. So I do want to ask you a few last questions, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
What's one thing you wish you knew at age 19?
It's literally fine. Calm down.
Hey, yeah.
You don't always have to be the glue. I think is what I would tell myself.
I like that. Same thing in the sense of things. If it's totally fine, I would say oof. it gets better and then it gets worse. So just prepare for like the road to get bumpy. Like not worse in the sense of like things are like terrible, but just like know like when you are at heights, not to be super dark, I feel like when you're at heights, those heights don't always stay, and then when you're at lows, those lows don't always stay. So just know, appreciate
this too shall
times.
pass.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That vibe. We've talked about this, but let's dig a little deeper real quick. Do you believe in love at first sight?
No.
I believe in attraction at first sight.
Yes.
But I don't think you can love somebody without knowing them.
Yeah, I think you can also be like pulled towards someone, but you cannot love a person off of just one look.
Yeah. I do agree with that. I see that. What is something you're putting off right now?
Doing my taxes. I don't want to know.
Grading. Constant answer is grading.
Yeah. For me, it's editing. I have like some YouTube videos to edit, and then eventually some podcast episodes to edit. So that's where I'm at.
I'm also supposed to be editing things that I'm not editing right now.
Right? See, it's just a constant list.
Yeah.
And then last question, funny question, goofy question. Which animal adds more joy to the world? Squirrels or llamas?
Squirrels. Llamas be spitting at you.
Yeah, llamas can be evil.
That's true.
Dumb.
And I feel like squirrels, because most people don't have access to like a llama out in the wild, and when they do, they're assholes. So like a squirrel out in the wild can,
They're so cute.
Yeah, they're cute. They might take a peanut from you if they trust you.
I agree with that, but I will say squirrels can also wild out.
Oh, this is true.
Oh yeah.
But if I needed to, I could fight a squirrel. I don't know if I could fight a llama.
Yeah, that's fair. I also just think squirrels are more around.
In our neck of the woods, yeah. Exactly.
All right, y'all. So we didn't get through all the questions, but we got through a good chunk. So
I'm actually very proud of it.
Yeah, we got through a lot of questions. So thank you again for joining for Rapid Fire. Audience, let us know if you would like us to do this again. Let us know how you think we did.
Did we redeem ourselves?
Right, yeah. Round of applause. But yes, thank you for listening. Thank you, Sabrina and Nicole, for being here. Listeners, make sure you check out the rest of the Introvert Social Hour. You can follow me at the Introvert Social Hour on TikTok. I always mess that up. And then at Kayvana on Instagram. You can check out more about Sabrina and Nicole via the description in this episode here. Make sure you get some sunshine, get some air, and have a great day. Bye.